We're going live. What's up, everybody? I am about to share my screen. Okay. Hi, Nor. Okay. So, you guys cannot actually see my screen. Um, so it's probably best that yes, there we go. That you join me on Facebook and you will be able to have access to this master class. Okay. If you want to see my screen. So, we're going to be talking about defining your higher self. So, defining your higher self. We're going to be talking about this because a lot of people that I talk to, a lot of my like past students that were in my brand club a while back, a lot of my clients that I've done readings with, a lot of people that I've connected with, you know, they talk about, their purpose or their higher self. So yeah, I'm like, let's do a live. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. And then let me go over here just to make sure to see if I am actually live. I got my baby. Okay, cool. So I'm live. Perfect. Okay. Let's see. So is it showing live here? Okay. Okay, y'all. So number one, self-reflection. It's going to be 10 slides total. Number one, we have self-reflection. So for self-reflection, um, this is very, very important. Like being able to just reflect on yourself, being able to, tune in into self. Like I think a lot of times, especially as moms, I feel like a lot of women that have kids, we tend to focus on a lot of other things and responsibilities. So sometimes it's hard for us to focus on self, but it doesn't have to be, right? So take dedicated time for self reflection and introspection. Identify your passions, interests, and values. Reflect on your strengths, talents, and unique qualities. Okay. So identify your passions, interests, and values. Reflect on your strengths, talents, and unique qualities. This is so important because when you reflect on your own unique qualities, talents, and strengths, you don't have to worry about competing with other people. You don't have to worry about feeling like your niche is just oversaturated. You don't have to feel limited because you're not comparing yourself to other people. We were all born with some sort of genius level talent, right? And it's so important that we tap into that, because that's where our uniqueness lies. That's where our gift lies. That's a lot of times that's where our purpose lies. As far as passions, interests, and values, think about it. You know, what are your values? What is, something that is a non-negotiable for yourself? What are your interests? What do you like to do? What did you do when you were younger? What do you like to do for fun? All of those things are super important when you're defining your higher self, because it gives you a map. And we want to focus on having a set, clear map. That way we can operate from the outside going in, because it's all within ourselves. But if we don't have some type of map to identify who we are, why do we, think the way we think, and we're not analyzing and self-reflecting, then it's going to be very, very hard for us to, one, attract what we want to attract, and then number two, to actually identify with being our higher selves. Okay. Core values. List and prioritize your core values. Determine what truly matters to you in your life. Consider how you can align your actions with your values. So, for some of us, we value character, good character, integrity, honesty, trustworthiness, legacy. All of those are just examples of core values. So, if you're a person and you're defining your higher self, how do you see yourself operating? What type of character traits would you need to develop to become that person to operate at that level? What type of character traits? And I'm off of two screens, so I'm I'm navigating both, but what type of character traits, you know, would you have to develop in order to be the best version of yourself? And I say that because you don't have to start off initially being, or having those values, having those core values. Um, that's okay. As long as you're able to say, okay, cool, am I working on this daily? I know that I may have not been that honest in my past, and this new version of me requires me to be, honest, requires me to be a leader, requires me to show up, um, and be prepared. So you can start developing, those are all characteristics, core values, right? That you can start developing to become the best version of you. And also, too, this is another trick. You can think about it like this. If you are at a certain level in your life and you have people that are, looking up to you, you have community, you have followers, you have um you have that connection and relationship. You're human, you're human, right? So people mess up, we all fall short. But if you have the ability to choose to show up as that leader, and show up, prepared, and you have that opportunity to choose all of those things, 95% of the time, you're going to be seen as that. You're going to be that, period. So determine what truly matters to you in your life. If you know that you want to travel the world carefree, then financial and time freedom would be one of or two of your core values, because you don't want to be stuck somewhere where you cannot, move and do what you want to do. So that's very, very important. So that's these core values that you develop now and you identify now are going to allow you to really measure being the higher version of yourself, your higher self. defining your higher self. Mm, okay. Purpose exploration. Reflect on the activities or pursuits that bring you the most fulfillment and joy. Identify the impact you wish to make in the world. Explore different areas or causes that resonate with you. Okay, this is great. Reflect on the activities or pursuits that bring you the most fulfillment and joy. So, we were just talking about this on the last slide, but if you know that traveling brings you the most joy and fulfillment, then that may be something you want to jot down, especially when defining your higher self, because you may need to do something that's around travel. You may need to have that adventure consistently in your life. So that's super important because, when you're aligning yourself with who you actually are, like your true self, your true higher self, not based off of circumstances, not based off of how much money you have, not based off of what other people may think of you. When you're actually truly, being your best self, you can actually tap in and think about what's going to make that person happy. Even if it's third party, what makes that person happy? What makes my higher self happy? What does my higher self love to do? Identify the impact you wish to make in the world. So that's really crucial because you have to start with why. Why are you doing what you're doing? What type of impact do you want to make? And the only way it's going to reach the amount of people that you want it to reach, and you get the success that you want to get, is going to be through helping other people. That's it. It's going to be through helping other people. So you do want to make sure that you identify the impact you wish to make in the world, so you can see how many people have space and room in your vision. That's super important. Explore different areas or causes that resonate with you. So, explore different areas or causes that resonate with you. This could be like different movements, different sceneries. Like all of this has a big part in defining your higher self, because if you're living somewhere where it's cold but you desire to live somewhere where it's warm and it's sunny and the sun is out, then you know that if you plan on moving, that's another way of you aligning with the highest version of yourself, being in a different environment that you can imagine living in, joining certain causes or creating certain causes, bringing an awareness to certain things or situations and communities, um in the world that may need help. So that's so important, because all of that helps you curate and define who your higher self actually is. Vision and goals. Envision your ideal future self. Set meaningful and achievable goals aligned with your purpose. Break down your goals into actionable steps. Okay. This is so important, because if you can see it, then you can be it. If you can see it, then you can be it. So it's so important to be able to tap into that vision, tap into that creative, creative eye, tap into that artistic perspective. Like, this is your life. You have a blank canvas and you can create whatever you decide to create. So you're literally designing yourself at this point. You're literally designing your future self. And it's going to be so crazy because when you really think about it, and I'm gonna break this down, your past self is already it's already gone, right? You already did that. That's over with. Your future self is the only thing that can actually be designed. So when you think about that, you have so much power and so much like control over who your higher self is by taking the necessary steps and actions to be that in the present moment. So as long as you're embodying those characteristics, like I said, some of them you may fall short on, but if your vision is big, if you can see yourself, you know, and you just kind of crazy enough, I guess, to really picture yourself on a whole new entire level, then it's possible for you. And it will happen for you as long as you hold on to your higher self, your ideal self. Set meaningful and achievable goals aligned with your purpose. So, yeah, like set meaningful goals and achievable goals aligned with your purpose. One of mine was to do, or is to do this year, a set number of trainings, a set number of master classes, a set number of um just constant engagement with my community and on a consistent basis, because I know that content is king, and as long as we're consistently promoting ourselves, and not even ourselves, if you really want to get down to the psychology of it, is really talking to our target audiences, and just showing up and just being that person that was there, like, hey, I feel you, connecting, engaging, and you know really building that community is so important. So what can you do today? Well, you can schedule out, okay, I'm going to go live once a week, and then you follow up with the actionable, with those steps, but those action steps. So you actually are doing it. You following up with yourself. You're taking time out to be who you set out to be, who you said that you were going to be. Like, it's so important, because when you think about it, you know, when you make promises to yourself, those are like the most important promises, because only you know how far you can go. And if you can feel good internally by saying, okay, I made this step today, I made this step, and you just keep making those steps 365 days, you're going to be very, very, very far down that or up that ladder. You're going to be very, very far up that ladder, because this is how it works. Either you're moving forward or you're moving backwards. Nothing ever stays the same. Nothing ever stays the same for long. So set those meaningful and actionable goals, align them with your purpose. So we're defining our higher selves, right? So we already talked about core values. We already talked about, writing down those characteristics that resonate with your higher self. Even if it's something like speaking, you may not be comfortable with. You may be an introvert like me, but guess what? You have to speak in order to attract, and you have to speak so that way whatever energy that you're calling forth, your community, your soul tribe, whatever, they know that, hey, you're there, and they can identify with you, right? So that's super, super, super important. Break down your goals into actionable steps. We talked about this, but take it piece by piece by piece. If you got a big goal, you kill it by taking it piece by piece by piece by piece. And before you know it, it's going to line up to even bigger goals. I've been manifesting something for the last couple of months, and now I'm finally in a situation where it's like, okay, cool. You've been manifesting this. Now it's time to keep going. Now it's time. You talked about this. You talked about, moving forward. You talked about, never giving up on yourself. You talked about gravitating to community. You talked about all of these things, so now it's time to actually do certain things. So that's why it's so important to keep those promises to yourself and be actionable, because even if nobody shows up, or if one person shows up, or if two people show up, you planted that seed. You don't know how those words can impact other people's lives. That's so important. Okay. And then let me share real quick. Let's take a quick 2 second break. I want to make sure that this live is being shared. Yeah, because I want to make sure that this is inside the group. So 1 second. 1 second. Okay, it is there now. Awesome. And I'm going to change this out. Okay. Y'all, look at me trying to charge my laptop up. Okay, we having a little malfunction, but this is recorded live, so we good. Okay, so yeah, back to our live. I don't know why my light up here. It's not giving today, but we're not going to even focus on that. Okay. So inner alignment. Connect with your intuition and inner wisdom. You know, you know what you want to do. You know what you desire to attract. You know this. And the only way, the only way to bring that into your reality, the only way to bring that into your reality is to literally Stop thinking that it's crazy that you're thinking like this, or you have all of these big dreams. Nobody around you have those big dreams. You have purpose and you have destiny. You're carrying purpose and destiny in your life. And it's so powerful that you get those visions, you get that intuition. You have to act on them. Okay. So, whatever you're seeing your higher self doing, whether that's events, whether that's workshops, whether that's going live, whether that is participating in community, whether that's building out a product, whether that's starting an e-commerce store, whatever you see yourself doing, it's time to take that action. Pay attention to your gut feeling and intuitive nudges, because a lot of times those gut feelings and those intuitive nudges are right on the money. Okay, I'm gonna share a story with y'all. So y'all know I did that Morticia inspired photo shoot. That Morticia inspired photo shoot, I literally got that idea that day. I literally got that idea to do that photo shoot that day. I had a ring light. I had my I got this camera holder for my phone that follows you when you walk. Okay. I literally was like, I'm about to get this. I'm gonna just do it because I'm being called to do this. And I wanted to do something that was different and out the box. I don't like to follow trends. I don't really like to go and do what everybody else is doing. So that stood out to me. I did that. I had so many people inboxing me like, "Girl, that was so cool. Like I love your photo shoot. I love the way you did what you did." And like the whole meaning was that the graveyard is the wealthiest place in the world. And a lot of people die never fulfilling their purpose. That's what that was all about. But you have to follow your nudges. You have to follow those instincts that you have that are unexplainable sometimes, but you got to follow them because you just don't know what can come out of that. And if you're looking at it the way I'm looking at it, as an opportunist and a blessing to even just be alive, right? To breathe. So I'm going to take in whatever I can take in, and I'm going to do whatever I can do, especially if it's within means. Listen to your heart and trust your inner guidance. We just talked about that. So tap in into yourself. What is your self telling you? Do body checks with yourself. What is your self telling you? Do you feel anxiousness? Do you feel nervousness? Do you feel stress? And the more you can tap into how you feel internally, the easier it's going to be to communicate that with other people. The easier that's going to be to tell other people how you're feeling, to express yourself. I'm telling you, the clarity. I used to have when I was little, I had a speech impediment, and I would have all of this stuff in my mind, but I couldn't get it out, so I would stutter. And I realized when I just, was able to just tap into myself and just calm my nerve a little bit and let it flow and get clarity within myself, it was easier to, transfer that information to other people. People always compliment on you know, on my confidence and the way that I articulate my words. But a lot of that comes from, like I said, just tapping into myself, inner alignment, getting that clarity within myself on what I'm looking to deliver, and what I'm looking to express. So that's very, very important, with moving forward into your higher self, because once you get into alignment and you know that that's the wisdom and that's the, creativity, and that's the ideas, and that's where it's coming from. Like, your inner self is telling you what you need to do. But if you're constantly just going, or you don't take time to check in with yourself, you're not going to be able to get the information that you need. So that's why that's so important. Let me know if you guys are watching this below. If you are watching this, comment higher self. Comment higher self. I do have a really good I won't call it a prize, but just for everybody that is watching the live, or if you even got it on the replay, make sure you hashtag replay. It's a really, really good surprise at the end for you all that, just took the time out to invest in yourself, and, just to really get connected to who you actually are. And I say actually are because we get confused with our current selves. Like, yes, we love our current self. This is who we are today, but that does not mean that's who we're going to be in the next couple of months, in the next couple of years. So we're speaking to our highest version of ourselves. We are defining our higher selves. And this is really, really exciting. So, overcoming limiting beliefs. Identify and challenge any self limiting beliefs that hold you back. Replace negative thoughts with empowering affirmations. This is why I love and live by affirmations. I, you know, overcame a lot, especially with like mental health and, hormones and stuff like that changing, having babies. So it was so important for me to have this as a, have this as a tool, have this as a tool that I could go in and utilize. Because when you're getting a lot of stuff coming at you every day, distractions will do you in, right? People always say like, it's this or it's negative energy. Like, no, a lot of times it's the distractions that you're allowing to do you in every single day. How much time are you actually spending on doing what you said you wanted to do? How much time are you actually sitting down, writing out and clarifying as far as your who you are, and getting clarity on your higher self, and also plotting your next moves? How much time are you actually spending on that? So all of that stuff piles up and it turns into negative self-talk. It turns into limiting beliefs. So you got to replace the negative thoughts with empowering affirmations. And that's actually a part of the surprise that I have for you guys at the end of this masterclass is going to be some affirmations, because affirmations get me by day in and day out. I don't know if you guys know this, but I am working on, really coming out with my own affirmation like albums and stuff. So I'm excited about that. And really, just affirmations will literally change your life if you allow it to. Just pour into you, pouring into yourself every day, speaking positive, programming yourself, because guess what? You were already programmed coming up, going through trauma, going through childhood stuff, going through all of this stuff in life. You have to be willing to, like, literally unlearn what you thought you knew to become the best version of yourself. I completely resonate with that. I know that is true. Cultivate a growth mindset and believe in your ability to achieve your dreams. The way you do that, yes, you got affirmations. Also too, I would highly recommend, especially for people with like dealing with like stress and anxiety and depression, to like take in probiotics. I'm not a doctor. Consult with your physician. Just a little disclaimer. But probiotics and anything to cleanse your gut, because your gut health has a direct correlation with your mental health. And once I found that out, it changed my life, because you can literally alleviate a lot of those symptoms by clearing out your gut, because they're so connected. When you are having negative thoughts, when you're doing all of that, yes, you can do affirmations. You can cleanse your gut, you can work out, you can drink water with lemon. All of that stuff, all of those different things are just tools that now you have, I'm giving to you, that I learned, so that way you can have in your own arsenal. And you're going to still probably process those emotions, but they're not going to be so severe, because you do have the tools that can alleviate some of those different things. And when you think about cultivating a growth mindset, a lot of us like to just jump across all of that stuff, and we want to get straight to the goal, but you cannot get straight to the goal until you address the source of your problem, address the source of who you are. And if you know that you're experiencing certain things, and it's causing you, like I said, stress or anxiety, depression, all of those different things, and you're having limiting beliefs, you're having negative self-thoughts, that's not natural for you because you want the best for yourself. You want to see yourself with the best things in life. So if that is the case, then you have to go into your tool bag and start to pour positivity into your brain. So that way you have an environment where your mind can actually grow in, because a growth mindset in a negative environment is going to be very, very hard to grow in that environment. But if you create an environment of positivity for your mind to grow a growth mindset, it's going to be a lot easier in your environment. It's going to be a lot better within your body as well to support the new version of you. Okay. Embracing authenticity. I love this because I always talk about being authentic, and I always talk about, just, yeah, like just being authentic, being who I am. I can't be anyone outside of who I am. I can only identify with my higher self and evolve that way and change that way. I'm me. I am me, good, great, phenomenal, ugly, all of those different, whatever phases in life. It's just, you got to be you, and you have to be you, but also have the willingness to grow and evolve you. That's self-love, right? So authenticity. Embrace your authentic self and let go of the need for external validation. Like, even if I it's the crazy part. Even if I ask, like, okay, what do you think about this? Or, like wanting to get that opinion back, I still internally know how I feel about that. So that's important, because you can get advice from other people, but you have to internally already have your mind on or set, for what you want to do. That's very, very important. Because when you constantly are looking for other people to validate you, you will never fully feel fulfilled, especially when you're embracing your authenticity. And we're talking about defining our higher selves here. So when you're embracing your authenticity, you're going to be designing this higher self, right? Based off of what? Because you can see other people and you can say, okay, cool, I resonate with them, but you are still you evolving into your higher self, matching the frequency, aligning with the energy of the highest version of you, right? So you got to do it your way. You still have to evolve in an authentic form. So that's very, very important. Like, staying true to yourself, making sure that, okay, cool, this is what I desire for my higher self: freedom, financial freedom, time freedom. You want to focus curating your businesses, you want to focus curating your brands, you want to focus curating everything you can that aligns with that. Like, you can do virtual meetings, virtual calls, virtual this, virtual that. Like, make it make sense. Celebrate your uniqueness and honor your true identity. Celebrate who you are. Like, it took me a long time to even love my first name. Like, I used to really not like my name because people always butcher my name. And then also, I never really met anyone that had my name and pronounced my name the way my name is pronounced. But I realized how unique that made me. I don't need to belittle other people to make myself feel better or higher, right? But you do have to uplift yourself amongst anyone else, the crowd, because you have to go to sleep with yourself. You have to be with yourself. When I say uplift yourself, I'm saying, as much as you can identify how other people are beautiful, unique, and whole and wonderful, you have to do that for yourself as well. That's very, very important, because that self-love, that cultivating that beautiful environment, that loving environment in your body, is going to just help you define and walk into your higher self without resistance, with the least resistance, because you love who you are now. Like that's why you hear a lot of people say, "Well, I did the surgery and da da da," da, but love who you are now. I wish I would have loved myself before. Hey, Nicole. I wish I would have loved myself before. Um, and a lot of times, they give that advice and they be like, "Dang, well, I wish I would have loved I was beautiful before I was like this." And you have to just be like that now. You have to know that you are beautiful now, that you are wonderful now, that you are deserving of everything your heart desires now. And with that in your mind and your heart, it's going to be a lot easier to move forward because you know that you're embracing all of you. And it took me a long time to embrace the fullness of me. The fullness of me, my hands. I got chunky fingers and I love my hands now. I love myself now. I love myself. And it's crazy because I literally went through a phase or period where I felt like I lost myself. And I guess that's when you don't, sometimes you don't know something or you don't love something until you lose it or almost lose it. And you get to appreciate your life. It don't have to take all of that. If you look at who you are now, all the things that you overcame, you got to be able to um what's the word I'm looking for? You got to forgive yourself for making decisions, you know what I'm saying, that you've made. You got to forgive yourself for, you know, acting on certain things impulsively. You got to forgive yourself because guess what? If you knew better, then you probably would have did better. And you're doing the best you can with the information that you have available. And that's perfectly fine. That makes you authentic. That makes you walking in that means that you're walking in your authentic self, your authentic beauty, and that's perfectly fine. When you're defining your higher self, keep your core authentic so that way you can build on that and you don't have to, feel like you somebody else or this and that, and you feel like you having an outer body, like this is not really who I am. People get to where they are, they hate themselves, they got to take all of this stuff out and rearrange and all this. Just know who you are now and just be okay with designing yourself to be even better. But that's not but it doesn't take away from who you are currently. It doesn't take away from the special wholeness and uniqueness that you currently have. Nicole said, I love being my authentic self. Yes, absolutely. Me too. And it really did. It's like it's crazy because like I said, for a long time, I didn't have that. And I'm so thankful that I'm able to share this wholeheartedly and really, just walk in my authentic truth. It's a beautiful thing. Taking inspired action. Okay, like I told you, I did that Morticia photo shoot. I just got up and did it. I'm like, you know what? I want to see myself on camera doing this shoot. Like this is something that I believe in, and I know that the graveyard is the wealthiest place in the world, and I want to do this. I want to do this. Like I'm going to do this, and I did it. That was inspired action. Develop an action plan to manifest your purpose and goals. So now that you pretty much have all the tools, in defining the highest version of yourself, now it's time to write a plan for her, for him. What is he doing? What is she doing every day? How much time is she focused on building her business? How much time is she focused on her self-care? How much time is she focused on spending quality time with her children, with her family? What is she doing? What is she doing on a daily basis? Is she moving with purpose or off of just impulse? Is she moving with calculated actions and calculated decisions? Is she prepared? Is she ready for the day? Is she coming in with every opportunity and every encounter like it's going to be the last opportunity and the last encounter? Is she giving it her all? Is she present? Like all of that stuff is so important. Break your plan break your plan into actionable steps and set deadlines. So, like I said, self care, all of that. Are you taking those necessary actions? Because your higher self may be a luxurious girl. Your higher self may be a very luxurious man. So are you taking those small actions by eating healthier, eating clean, going to better markets, going to shop in better areas where you could see something and maybe be exposed and maybe meet or fall into, I said fall into, or maybe engage with people that are like-minded like yourself. What action steps are you taking with deadlines? You know that you want to get out here and create your ebook, you want to do a workshop, you want to do a masterclass. Are you giving yourself a deadline for those things, or are you just saying it? Because it goes back to defining your higher self. If this is truly who you are, how could you ever get over to be that person? How could you ever become that person if you're not taking the actionable steps in the present moment? So if you said, okay, cool, I'm going to do a course a month, then you need to have a course a month. If you said you're going to do 4 lives a month, then you need 4 lives a month, period. So you can track your progress and you can know, hey, I am evolving into my higher self. I am my higher self. I am evolving. That's the only way you can measure that, is based off your actions. Take consistent and purposeful actions towards your aspirations. Like I said, move with purpose. We're purpose driven women, especially if you're in my group, Women Boss Ignited. We're purpose driven women. We are moving with purpose. We are moving with grace. We are carrying destiny, within us. And it's so great and it's so beautiful that we're just ignited every day. Like, I have times where I would wake up at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning and I would get to just building and putting stuff together, because that's how strong my calling is. That's how strong your calling is. If you went through days or times where you're just like, man, I can't even stop working on my craft if I wanted to. I can't even stop. I keep seeing myself driving this car or living in this area. I keep having visions of me, you know, doing classes and healing all of these people. Well, guess what? That means your higher self is calling on you. Are you going to answer the call? Your higher self is ready to come out, is ready to burst out, right? But you got to take that consistent action. And that does not always mean every single day you're going to be perfect. That means you are doing something daily that's working towards your long-term goals. Okay. Surround yourself with support. Okay. Seek a supportive community or mentor who shares your values and goals. This is so important. Like, this is just, whoo, this is so important. Nicole got I see you, Nicole. Yes. The emojis. Seek a supportive community or mentor who shares your values and goals. I am currently cultivating my mentorship program. I have a mentor. I have mentors. I have people that I am so inspired by. I have a community that I can now go to and say, hey, like, I can get that support. I can get that advice. I can feel like I am, I have that pool of leverage. Like, I can leverage, my communities. And that's just so important. I probably text my partner and mentor probably 2 to 3 times a day. Like, and it's a beautiful thing because I'm growing, I'm evolving, and I'm moving forward. And especially if you could say, this person is doing something that I would love to do. They're actually walking in the purpose that, I'm curating for myself. It has to be something, you can do your own vetting of mentors, but I am going to say, I'm here for you. Reach out to me if you want to talk. Reach out to me if, you're ready for, to dissect your personal and professional life, business plan. I have a branding agency. You know that I'm a creative director. You know that I've done readings, right? So that makes me what? And I'm an intuitive business coach. And I love affirmations. So I heal through affirmations, and I'm looking to build on that even more. If you ever feel like you want to reach out to me, and even if it's just to say hi, my DMs or PMs are always open. Another I have so many great mentors in here. um After this live, if you're inside of my community, I am going to tag a post. I'm going to create a post and tag in some really great mentors that I recommend that are inside of Woman Boss Ignited right now, ready to help you win, succeed, and prosper, right? Because it's enough room for us all to grow, whether that's through e-commerce, whether that's through learning, real estate, whether that's through digital marketing. Like, we're a community, and that's why it's so important to connect with the right people in the right communities that's going to help you evolve and grow. And you do go off who you resonate with. Last week I had 4 coaching calls, and for literally all 4 of them said, I've been watching your page for so long, and I've been following you since you were doing readings, and I just gravitate to you. You feel so whole. Your energy is so wholesome. I knew I needed to contact you. And guess what? It's a lot of more people that feel that way. But if you consistently, think that you're the only one, or isolate yourself every time something is going on, then how can you grow? It's not isolate yourself from everybody, because I used to do that when I was struggling with anxiety and depression. I used to do that, but I realized that I didn't have to isolate myself. I just needed to focus on what I wanted. And guess what? That's it. What I desired to have, who I desired to be. And the more that I can focus on that, and I got my own motion, right? And I got my community, I got my mentors, I got my support, I got my partners. That's all that mattered. Because though that's the source that's going to continue to grow and evolve and pour into me. And my number one source is God. So that's just that. That's just that. So make sure that you surround yourself with positive influences that uplift you and inspire you, that make you happy to talk to. You feel better. Even if it's something that that you probably was procrastinating on and you needed to hear. Like, I think a lot of people too, I know I used to do this, avoid certain people or conversations because that that person is going to tell you what you need to hear, even if you don't want to hear it. Those are the type of people now that I just want to be around solely. That's my soul tribe, because I'm going to tell you, and that's just that. I'm going to tell you the truth and where you're at, because I have nothing to, to hide under. Like, it is what it is. I am who I am, and that I will forever be. I will forever be evolving and growing, and my energy will always move forward. So you want to be around people that push you to move forward, that speak life into you. You want to be around people that say, "Hey, I thought you said you was going to work out," or "Hey, where's your ebooks?" or "Hey, I thought you said you was going to make courses." Like, "Hey, are you showing up?" Like, those accountability partners are going to be the people that help ignite your fire, so that way it never dies. It never runs dry. It never burns out. Like, Women Boss Ignited is all about literally fueling your passion, fueling your desire for more. It's okay that you want more. The people that may be around you, that you may have grew up with, went to school with, they may not want more. But this community, we're all about moving forward. We're all about growth. We're all about elevation. We're all about being together and not competing with each other, but completing each other. Okay. And that's what it's about. A lot of people that connect with me, they tell me I have that energy, right? I don't have to tell you I have that energy. They tell me I have that energy. And that's beautiful. But in my soul, do I feel that about myself? Absolutely. Because I'm working on myself as much as I can with 4 babies every single day, and I'm working on me. I'm pouring into me. I'm loving me. So that's going to make people gravitate to you. You have that nurturing spirit. You have that loving spirit. You know that you're a great person. So get around other great people. Stop holding yourself back, thinking that, why me, or why people don't want to hang out with me because I'm focusing on my business now. Why are they not supporting me? Why are they not promoting my pictures? Why are they not liking my posts? Like, you can focus on that, or you can focus on moving forward with the individuals that will support you, that will like your posts, that will be there for you. Even if you have to invest. I invested $3,000 into a mentor. I invested thousands of dollars into learning how to build e-commerce agencies to help people bring their dreams into reality. Hey, that's just a part of the game. But if you can even just join a group, you're in the group, speak up, talk, connect. Like, that's what we're here for. We're here to evolve with one another. And I just really got passionate about that because I know the difference. I was on a call with one of the coaches here. She's an e-commerce coach. Like, she is amazing. Her name is Candace. And when I tell you, she like gave me so much great valuable information, right? Not only did she give me so much great valuable information, I was able to pour into her as well. And we found out that we are so compatible as, friends, and just we're legendary, right? And we have such a positive pouring energy where it's just, you don't feel like you're drained or tired. You don't feel like you're depleted. Those are the type of people that you want to be around. Those are the type of people that you want to connect with more and more. I want to talk to more Candaces. I want to talk to more Nicoles. I want to talk to more Jennifers. I want to talk to more, of the people that gravitate to that type of energy, because I know that's my soul tribe. And if you're not a part of that, characteristics, you don't have those characteristics or qualities, then I'm just not on that alignment. And I may have been there, but it's okay because I'm evolving into my higher self. I have to let you go. I have to release you so that way I can gravitate and be my higher self. So we're talking about defining your higher self. In order to define your higher self, you done went through all of this work. You didn't got your tools, you got your affirmations, you got everything that you need internally. Now it's time for you to surround yourself with like-minded people that's going to nurture that new self, that's going to nurture that growth environment, that growth spirit, that elevation of mind, that's going to nurture, that new version of you. They're not going to ask you why you acting different. They're going to tell you, way to go, keep going. You almost there. Don't stop. Like, those type of people are just so important to be around in your life. And you can't do, if your vision is big, I'm going to tell you, your vision is big. You can't do it alone. If you desire to make all of this money, whatever the case may be, that's cool and great. But it's about how many people you help make that money that's going to naturally allow you to make that money, period. Because we all got bills. So we might as well call it out. That's that. But if you're around people that you connect with internally, it's going to be a no-brainer. Candace, she gives me information probably every other day about an ebook or something. Like, girl, I didn't did this, I didn't did that. I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like, that's the type of people that you want to be around. My mentor, my business partner, we talk all the time about how to evolve, how to be better, how to close more wholesale deals. And like I said, I'm going to tag everybody in a post inside of the group. So if you're in my community, it's called Women Boss Ignited. Make sure you get in there so you can see my vetted, I know, from real life experiences, trustworthy. Nicole said yes, trustworthy mentors and coaches that can really help you. And I'm currently curating my program. We can have a one-on-one, but I'm curating my program right now. So I want to put the platform, this platform is bigger than me. It's so many other coaches and people on this platform that can help you get to your goal. I want to put them on the forefront because guess what? That's what it's about. That's what it's about, right? We're supporting each other. And that's what you get as well when you are around winning people. There is no competition. I got to say that one more time. There's no competition. There's only completion. That's it. Let me let me share this. Okay. Continuous growth and learning. Commit to lifelong learning and personal development. Stay curious and open minded. Seek opportunities for growth and expand your knowledge and skills. I love this. And I love this a lot because I recently found out about the feminine archetypes, and I'm one of the rarest archetypes as far as for the feminine traits. And my dominant trait that makes it so rare is called the sage. And the sage is the feminine archetype that lives for truth and wisdom and knowledge. We want to know. People that gravitate to us, they want to know, they want to be aware, they want the truth, right? So, my whole life, I've been very curious. I wanted to just, and that's probably people like, how do you know all of this stuff, or how do you do all of this, or how did you do hair, makeup, lashes, da 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 da, all of this different things. It's because I just stayed curious and I stayed excited, and it could be a tornado going on in my life, but it could never fully just tear down my curiosity and my love for life. Like, I really do enjoy learning new things, and it's like a childlike spirit. And my children, they do it. They explore bugs. I watch them run and play, and they're just so free. And that's the difference. When you're able to have that student mentality and you're able to just freely explore, that's the only way you can truly define your higher self and truly evolve yourself to the next level. Because I would have never been able to know if doing hair and makeup was for me if I didn't try it. I would have never been able to know if building e-commerce stores, helping people, build their stores with no inventory needed, branded stores with no inventory needed. They got their shirts, they got their merch. They can do that as moms and never have to ship off a product. I would have never known that that was something that was possible for me if I wasn't curious enough to try it. I learned about credit repair, right? I went through a BK. I would have never known about how to start how to build my credit, how to clean my credit score, how to get to a certain point to where I was able to get a brand new lease with no money down um in my 20s, like off of my business. So like all of those things, you got to just stay curious. You got to maintain your student mentality. But by doing those things, it just helped me define my higher self. And I do really value freedom, time freedom, financial freedom. I feel like I've acquired so many, especially high ticket skills at this point. I'm focusing on quality, not quantity. But you got to go through your phase. If you haven't gone through that, then you're going to be like chasing this, chasing that, chasing this, chasing that. And even when even when you define what you want to do, it could still feel like that if you still have a lot of talents and skills. That's why you have to be able to prioritize those things. And that's something that I definitely had to learn. Um, and my mentor, really helped me identify that even more, because Nicole said, yeah, you know how to do everything. Well, it's crazy. I started doing hair because I had no one to do my hair. I was the only child for 12 years. So it was just me. I didn't have anybody else to do my hair. So I had to learn. When I got to the age of wearing makeup and stuff, I didn't have nobody to do my makeup. Like, I was just trying to figure it out. So I went on YouTube, and it took years to perfect what you see now. And Yeah, like that's just what it is. When it comes down to credit, because I went through the BK, I knew that I needed to learn that skill so that way I would never be in a drought with credit, because credit is really everything. Credit is king. I learned that skill when it comes down to like graphic design and stuff like that. I'm really a visual learner, so I would search other people that I like, who I resonated with their work, and I'm like, wow, that looks nice. I wanted, and I would literally just watch what they did, and then go to Canva and practice. Like I literally practiced probably for I think 6 months total. And now I got to the point to where I know exactly what I want and I know how to craft it. And I'm not using all of those top illustration services or whatever the case may be. I don't need to. I got Canva, and Canva is that girl. And it's other tools that I use as well. But now I have virtual assistants, and we're building out teams in our companies to where we're expanding. I don't really, I just oversee the work, creative direction, but that's just that. Like literally, I'm going to share something with you guys today. It's so beautiful. It's an affirmation ebook that has 100 affirmations inside of the ebook. And this affirmation ebook, I'm giving you guys for free. Of course, in return, in exchange for your email address, because I want you to be the first to get my affirmation album that I'm going to put out. I'm just, like I said, we can't overthink it, especially those of us who do have a lot of talents and skills. It's going to make sense. Today, I was able to define my higher self while I was building out this masterclass for you all. I was able to define my higher self even more. And I'm like, wow, like I need to talk about that. I've done thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of spiritual readings, spiritual business readings at that. You know, I do have the information. I do have the information to speak on. Like that's something that I've actually done. I did, go through sales and marketing, and I was one of the top salespersons on the team. So like sales reps on the team. So like it's just what it is. Like I have this experience. And on top of that, I was able to identify today in my bio that I'm merging them together. Like this is something that I always wanted to do. So as an affirmation healer or affirmation musician or affirmation artist, look, y'all can get caught up in all those words. I love affirmations. I have them on my wall. Like I have this right here that I read out almost every single day. I made this off of Canva. Mastery of self-worth and abundance of success. But the affirmations that I'm going to share with you all today is so special to me because these are literally the affirmations that I'm going to have on my first album, my first affirmation album. And I'm so excited. I can't wait to get Nicole. I text her today. I'm like, girl, when you gonna be ready? She's like, well, I'm not ready today. I'm like, no, not today, any day. Like, let me know. I'm so excited to. She literally can blow your mind with those singing bowls. And she has so many skills. Nicole is a self-care coach. She does Reiki healing. She's a healer from the top all the way down to the bottom. And I'm like, girl, I could just see you doing your singing bowls while I'm doing my affirmations. But so I'm talking to you guys about my higher self, right? Defining my higher self, defining your higher self. And I just see, that bigger vision, right? Performing in front of thousands and millions of whoever people, but you're literally healing people. Like it's music out here that literally is targeting your lower chakras, your lower frequency. Like it's making you feel, my baby's crying. I got to get off of here. But it makes you feel down. It makes you feel depressed. Like I know that I go play, her name is Tony Jones. I listen to her every single day. I Am by Young Baby Tate. I listen to that. Like I'm telling you, affirmations will change your life. Listen, it will change your life, especially with the healing frequencies and the healing sounds, like the Janae Aiko vibes. But you mix some Erica Badu in there and you just stir it all up. That's what I'm saying. And then I can see Oprah Winfrey, with bringing the wisdom. So that's why I said you have to define your higher self, right? And you got to have fun with it. You see how we just had this whole conversation? I'm smiling, I'm blushing. I'm like, yeah, this is what I see. um we got to act on it, right? We got to move forward. And I've been wanting to do that, right? But I guess I didn't want it bad enough. I guess it wasn't in my face enough for me to act on it. And that's why it's so important for your continuous growth, that you have a growth mindset. And everything that I told you today, like, it's just all the things and tools that I use on a daily basis. With I even get them from my mentors and my support team. Like, hey, let's work on that. Or if I'm falling short somewhere, I got that support. So keep that in mind, that as long as you stay curious and as long as you stay committed and you seek those growth opportunities to expand your knowledge and skills, that it's all going to work out for you. Jennifer said, yes, I swear you always know what to say. Well, I don't know if I actually know what to say. You know what I'm thinking? I'm like, God, like, I pray that this message is resonating. Speak for me. Use my voice. Use my voice. My kids screaming. Like, I'm about to transition to getting them to bed because it's a school night. Congratulations to Jennifer on your baby. I'm so proud and I'm so happy for you. Nicole and Jennifer, actually, they have their own stores. They got their stores built by Daze Phillips Branding and Consulting, our team, and we were able to literally put their brand on their merch. Nicole, that's why I said I cannot wait till we go live, because I'm going to wear my shirt. It's in my drawer. I have not forgotten about it. I cannot wait to show you her beautiful designs. Jennifer designs. Jennifer is a mental health advocate. Like, her store is like chocolate. It reminds you of like mint chocolate, and like, yeah, like mint chocolate. It's so pretty. Like, it's just so like just realistic, but it's beautiful at the same time. And she has her tabs for her TLC that she promotes on there. So check her out. Body by Jennifer. And also Nicole, y'all gotta drop y'all links. Can y'all drop y'all links? Can y'all drop y'all links on here? I am going to, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to pull up I'm going to pull up the album cover. The affirmation book, but the album cover. So everybody that stayed tuned today, you're going to have access to the affirmations. Let's see. Okay. Yes, thank you, ladies. Bodybyjennifer.com, angelorquartzhealing.com. Go check them out. Go check them out. These are true healers, like true mental health advocates, true self-care coaches. Like, let's go. Like, I am in the soul tribe of healers, of elevators, of inspirational women, support team. I'm so excited about that. Like, we complete, period. And Nicole, I know you know what that means. I learned that from Janae Aiko, and she was like, I don't compete, I complete. And the L is for love. Let's see. So, I don't know why it's not showing the whole thing. Okay, here we go. Okay, unleash your inner power, transforming pain into purpose. 100 powerful affirmations by Daze Phillips. So I'm going to drop the link. I want you guys to go enter your information in so you can get those affirmations, very, very powerful affirmations that I use in my own life. I showed you guys my wall, well, my affirmations on my wall. I use them in my own life. Like they are transformation, like transformative in my life, very, game changing for me because like I said, when you're someone that has overcame postpartum depression, anxiety, intrusive thoughts, suicidal attempts, all types of stuff, you become a thriver. You don't just survive, you thrive. And it's because of the tools that I learned, through therapy, through my support team, through my community, through the love for myself, through eating better, through just every day working on me. Every day is not going to be the best day, but I'm not going to allow that to become a terrible year, right? So let me see. I want to go to Canva. I'm about to drop this link for y'all. Then I'm about to get my babies together. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. I greatly appreciate you. Let's see. I'm so thankful for you, and I'm excited to just continue to show up and show out. Okay. So I dropped the link. Okay. So I dropped that link. Unleash your inner. Yeah. So unleash your inner powerful affirmations. That's what the link says. It's on all platforms. I just dropped that out. And then also, I want to give you guys a quick snippet. Once it loads. Hold on. Okay. So when you enter in your email, it's going to look like this. Unleash your inner power, transforming pain into purpose. Okay. And then you just zoom in with the tab. I am worthy of abundance. Hold on. I want to do this real time so I can see myself. I am worthy of abundance and success in all areas of my life. I embrace my unique gifts and talents, and I share them confidently with the world. I am resilient and I overcome any challenge that comes my way. I trust in the divine timing of my journey and know that everything unfolds perfectly. I am open to receiving love, joy, and positive energy from the universe. I release all negative thoughts and replace them with with empowering beliefs. I am capable of achieving my goals and manifesting my dreams. I am deserving of love, respect, and happiness in all of my relationships. I trust my intuition to guide me towards the right decisions and actions. I am a magnet for success and opportunities flow to me effortlessly. I embrace change. I embrace change as an opportunity for growth and expansion. I am grateful for the abundance that surrounds me. Hold on, y'all. I am grateful for the abundance that surrounds me in every aspect of my life. I attract positive and like minded individuals who support and uplift me. I release all fear and step into my power with confidence and grace. I am worthy of self care and prioritize my physical, mental, and emotional well being. Listen, go put your information in and get that ebook. Okay? Get that ebook, Unleash Your Inner Power affirmation ebook, like 100 most powerful affirmations to stepping into your true power, your true abundance, really identifying your self-worth, your higher self, knowing who you are and walking in your purpose unapologetically. I'm excited to be coming out with the affirmation album. And hopefully, God willing, that turns into events and live concerts, I guess you would say, healing sessions. I would call them healing sessions. And don't be afraid to make them your own. Make them your own. And the reason why I love affirmations, guys, is because I talked to you about my story, right? But I love affirmations because you're literally programming yourself into happiness, wholeness, positive, ever flowing energy, well being internally. And for my women out there, for men as well, but I'm speaking from a woman because I'm a woman, right? It's so important to be able to just flourish in your divine, feminine, nurturing energy. And as a woman, it's so, so important to speak life into yourself, to bring yourself back up through every and anything. It's so important to know who you are as a woman, to tap into your divine femininity, your goddess energy. And I'm going to leave you all with that. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys soon. Don't forget to hit the link so you can get your affirmation ebook. And yeah, when you're on my email list, I'll be able to send you out my information for my album and also podcast information too. All right. Bye bye.